Welcome back to Factorio Seablock, and it's time to take a look at a new thing to build. Batteries, specifically. Why? Well, because they're needed for accumulators to store solar power. So accumulator, well, it's not really helpful with the icons, but let's go for the first version. So 5 batteries for 1 accumulator. And each accumulator has a capacity of 5 megajoules. Okay, and if anyone knows the most efficient way to lay out accumulators, post it in the comments below. More than happy to see that too. So for a battery, we need plastic bar, we need lead plate, and we need sulfuric acid. Now here is my plastic factory. If you remember, we're getting this all the way from over here. We're getting some methanol. Methanol is being converted into plastic, essentially. And right next to it, right here, we have lead plate. So we could use that, and the only time plastic's being used at the moment is around here to produce transistors, which are backed up at the moment. Well, they may not be once we start this up, but we'll see. And then we need sulfuric acid. So what's the easiest way to make sulfuric acid? We're going to have to go through sulfur dioxide, and that's going to have to go through sulfur. Maybe there may be some other ways. Let's just take a look. Zinc, oxygen, and molten lead. That gets us a byproduct. That's not really a main output. Lead and oxygen gets a sulfur dioxide gas. Now, am I already doing that? I've got lead around down here somewhere. It's on a belt. Here it is. So, I've got a feeling that's going to be sulfur dioxide right there. I assume so. Let's just get out of this for a second. Yeah, that looks like the right recipe. So instead of flare stacking this, I think first of all what I'm going to do is I'm going to want to not have all of this stuck here, because we'll never get any sulfur dioxide out of this if we don't start processing lead. Which means probably either we've got to put a warehouse up for the lead plate or for the lead ore. Lead plate is probably more doable right now. What's the warehouse needed? More stone bricks. Okay, well that's being produced. Let's put this back in here for a second. Don't let me forget that I disconnected that flare stack. That wouldn't be good. There is our warehouse. So it's going to occupy those. So we've got 1 space either side of the corner. Okay, there is no loaders, unfortunately, in default Seablock. We can always add them. If you don't know what loaders are, they're just sort of a nice way of doing this with warehouses. They just pull and push inventory stuff on belts into warehouses or into containers of any sort, really. There we go. Let's just make some of that. And there we go. It just saves putting another one of those down. Alright, that's going to start then producing once these start going back, and that's already happening. So then we're also going to want a tank. I want a buffer tank just because I don't know quite how much of this we're going to be able to use. Where's our plastic again? It's right there. So it is possible to route through this somehow. But I think I'll tank it up down here, and then we'll have some kind of overflow valve. So let's just get a valve back, and then we will be able to just put the flare stack back in. So again, here, where are we? So let's put it here for now. And where's our overflow valve? Put that right there. There we go. And then we want our flare stack back in place. There we go. And that should all work automatically, essentially. So sulfur dioxide will be building up there. It's going to take some time, of course, but we're just going to remember that that's where it comes out. And now I'm going to need to make a battery factory somehow. Right here, I think. So maybe if we get some underground belt, we can get access to this quite easily. So let's just do that. And then we can split these onto a separate... Are we running out of power? We are running out of power. That's why the lights are flickering. That's probably because... Well, that shouldn't be just the same. Are we just not feeding carbon onto the belt fast enough? Or is it in... Well, that's looking like it is. Yeah, see, they're just going into the one box at the moment. So, because I'm depending on these inserters to feed onto this, they're not doing anywhere near as much because only one inserter is really working. The rest aren't. Behind here, let's take a look at how fast we're feeding this in. This is all backed up, so I shouldn't have any need to worry, and this is going full speed as well. So it's really just, you know, waiting for this, hopefully, to start building back up again. I made a mistake. I accidentally disconnected these somehow, and of course that meant all the slag stopped working, and that in turn meant that we weren't getting any rubites or bobmonium or something, just because the slag system is what provides the slag slurry, which then provides the mineral sludge, etc., etc. And we need to get all of that going. But that's now working again now. And let me just collect some more sand. How much have we got? 5,500 sand. So it'll be time to expand again soon, I think. There we go. So now I need to pick a location for this factory. As I was saying, now the lights have stopped flickering. I kind of want to think it should be over here somewhere. So what I may do, and it's reasonable to get the stuff over there, because we can just, if we just put it, yeah, there we go. We'll split that up. And if I just go this way, where can we go through? We can go through that gap right there, I think. So if I think about putting it there, put another splitter here for a second. And then we can get our two inputs that are on belts through this, and then through all the way over here somewhere. We need more of those, definitely more. It's a shame these aren't a little bit closer together, but that's fine. And I think I'm going to put a mole down somewhere, at least for the basics this episode. We can probably put it down there near our filter. Yeah, I'll do that once I've got this sorted. So let's just first of all make sure we've got our lead and plastic sorted. And what I was going to do is just reroute this like that, just so we can skip over both of these at once, like that. And in fact, oh no, that actually needs to go there. If it was only one far away, I could rearrange that even further, but I'm not going to do that for now. I'm just going to send stuff up this way, and there we go. So our battery sort of, not a farm, but a manufacturing facility of some kind can come this way. We are, however, also going to be needing the stuff from down here, the sulfur dioxide, and we're going to have to convert that into sulfuric acid first. So I think I'm going to, can we actually fit something here to convert this into sulfuric acid? It has to go through a few things. So let's just go back to FNEI. Batteries, sulfuric acid, sulfur dioxide gas, which is what we've got, and purified water gets us sulfuric acid. Purified water. Now this is where people say, you're making it right next to where this comes out. Am I? Am I really? Purified water right there. We're actually getting rid of all the alternate stuff. So we are actually making this relatively close by. So we can make this with a chemical plant. And what I may even do is shift this tank so that it isn't buffering sulfur dioxide. It may just want to buffer sulfuric acid instead. It's not really built up very much at the moment, so I'm just going to take that out for a second, and that will Oh, that's not too bad, but it will still continue building up. I'm going to need to get this supply out this way. There we go. Will it go beyond the other side? It will. Good. And then we're going to go and make a few more of those. Lasers are finished. If you're wondering why I'm heading towards lasers, what I was thinking of is heading towards the sniper rifle. Now we can process blue science and the grey military science. That might be useful. But before we get there, we've got to go through this, which is needed 90 blue science first. But this gets us some other bits and pieces. In fact, that is the bladed weapons testing kit. Yeah. Do I even have 90 blue science? I've got a feeling it's just very, very low amounts right now. In fact, it is. It's tiny amounts. Just because I've not really sorted out the ratios for everything else. So that's fine. I don't need to worry about that right now. However, can we do accumulators? Second version. 10 batteries, 4 batteries, electronic circuits. So there's fast accumulators, high capacity, slow accumulators. High capacity is 10 megajoule capacity. Good. But has higher energy consumption. Okay, fair enough. So let's just start that researching. And now I want to get just a couple of pipe to grounds going. And then we'll get them going this way. That hopefully shouldn't pollute. There we go. And we can also bring it this way. And combine the two together. So we just have to bring a chemical plant in here, which should be now made. Good. Let's see what the inputs are like on this thing. Not the battery, we want the sulfuric. So sulfur, sulfur dioxide, sulfuric acid. Good, they're on the right side for a change. I like it when it says that. So we'll just feed in from this pipe. And just feed in, oops, like that. And if we just replace that pylon, everything should be good. And we're getting sulfuric acid out. So now I'm going to get that tank back. I did remove that tank, didn't I? Is it my... Ah, there it is. It's very, very hard to spot those things sometimes. And that's going to fill up essentially. And it'll use all the sulfur dioxide we have, which of course is... you can't be full already. You're just slow. Fine. We're going to fix slow insertion here. Okay, that should be much faster at getting rid of all the lead. And we should continue to process then. Of course, that is going to start taking away this lead ore. I've got a feeling I needed to remember something about that. But I'm sure it'll come back to me in a panic when I actually need to. No, that's fine. We're boxing pretty much everything else up here, so we don't have any worries too much there. All right then, so I'm going to get that sulfuric acid and I'm going to route it up here as best as I can, and I'll come back once I've done that off camera. Okay, so that's all piped up here, and we just need to get a chemical plant, which is just coming off now. There it is. And we just need to feed this in sort of somewhere around here. I'm just going to do it here. Seems appropriate. And let's tell it to make batteries. There we go. So either input is fine for it as far as the sulfuric acid is concerned. And there we go. So that's that fed in. It's going to need some power. And then the rest is, as you might expect, just the solid stuff. And that shouldn't take very long at all. Let's just grab some more belt. And we'll just feed that in. Put a inserter right here. Done. Okay, and that should start producing batteries. Now, for the moment, I'm not sure whether we're actually going to need too many of these. So I will box them, as you might expect from that kind of approach. Oh, there he goes. the batteries are going to start producing. By far the shortfall here should be the sulfuric acid, because it's coming out as a byproduct. So if we ever need to boost it, we're going to need to do something in parallel, but at least we are using the byproduct of that that process. So where is our tank for that? It's down here. Yeah, let's take a look at the other side of it. So here we are. Head back down here. And this really depends. See, this leading isn't really being used up that quickly at all. This is quite slow. This is pretty slow, so we're not getting a huge amount. But again, I don't need a huge amount of batteries for the moment. It's okay just to keep that slowly, because it's just going to happen in the background, isn't it? All right, what else was I going to look at? We've got batteries. That means I can probably craft an accumulator too. There's already 24 of them. Okay. Fine. And let's take a look at that. Let's just grab some of those. And accumulator. So we can craft 5 of these already. But accumulators 2 is about to come online. I thought I'd test one of the high capacity ones if possible. So you should come off now, right around now. There we go. And accumulator 3 requires blue science, which we do have, but just not in a very large amount. So let's just grab that. High capacity, fast, low, slow. Let's just go for high capacity and just see what they are like. And it's dark, so you know, not the greatest time for a test in the world. But I think I'm going to be upgrading these solar panels as well. And get that going. Okay, here's our first accumulator in action. Again, not really laying them out with any particular care or anything, but our current solar panels are 60 kilowatts output during the day. This takes 600 kilowatts, so 10 solar panels there or thereabouts, just to feed this one as far as it's concerned. Of course, obviously it's built up its energy now, and that is able to be used during the night. But of course, depends how fast we draw on it as far as how they get used during the night. So the usual ratio with normal accumulators on vanilla Factorio is something like just less. It's like 20 accumulators per 24 solar panels or something weird like that. So yeah, we're going to need a lot of them. But these are high capacity ones, so not necessarily in this case. So if we just go regular accumulators, these are 5 megajoules versus 10 megajoules. Okay, and they are pretty much double energy consumption, so they're just basically doubling the same block space, which is fine by me. And so does that mean this will be 10 per 24? Interesting, or 1 per 3? We'll see. I'll get them built, and then we'll see how they go during the nighttime. Where did you go? There it is. So let's just put them here for now. And I expect them to last almost no time at all during the night, because we just don't have enough of them yet. But we've got a plant ready to actually produce them, and that's pretty good. How many of these have I got now? I've got 4, so I've got enough to upgrade 2 more labs, except for the fact that I think I'm going to be short on lab optics and analyzers, which needs advanced circuits, which is the thing that actually is just being a bit depleted at the moment. Let's just get this lab back down. Okay, so here we are. Yeah, it's being depleted because it's not getting enough aluminium, and that is going all over the place. So here's, even though it's up there, the aluminium is actually coming down all the way from over here, the very bottom left, if I remember rightly. There it is. There's a small amount coming through, as you can see, and that was mainly due to that shortage of slag that I was talking about. So there wasn't any of the rubite coming back through here. And we're sort of getting a little bit now. Where is our rubite? Some of it is actually being drawn off by this, of course, which is where our lead is also coming from. So the fact we've got lead is now starving the line a little bit of rubite, which of course is the thing we need for aluminium. So yeah, vicious circle there. Okay, and I'm just going to get the basic part of them all up and running. I just want to get a couple of assembly machines up, And we'll see how well these goes. We just want to make belt automatically, ideally. And that's going to need some gear wheels. So let's get that sorted. In fact, we're going to have to get rid of this one, I think, just for now. And let's set that to gears. Then just some inserters. And we don't need terribly fast stuff around here. It's just general stuff to get things going. Whoops, one more. There we go. So that's going to start producing belt. And then we're going to just need to make, I think, some... Are we going to make underground, or we're going to make... it's usually inserters that you actually want next. So they need basic circuit boards. That's fine. What are we going to do with that, I wonder? First of all, let me just put this into a box so that I can think about this. There we go. And let's just restrict that to, I don't know, 5 stacks of belt or something like that. They'll keep going, and in fact, well, yeah, we can upgrade them. That's no real hassle either way. We should probably upgrade the gears. And we shouldn't need anything else, I don't think. Just watch the colours. Output blocked on this one. So it's fine. Okay, so we also want inserters, and that's going to need the basic circuit boards. So that's going to have to be somewhere else. We have them right here, I think. Yeah, we have them right here. So we can just build them off this. What else did they actually need? They needed iron as well from somewhere, but we don't have iron next to here. Closest place we have iron is here, but we can just reroute, I think. If we just go this way, and if we put a splitter in place here, like that, we can run this over, get a couple of these built, and now we should in place where we can build both. What's this iron being used for? Electronic circuits. Electronic circuits. First tier of them, fine. Let's just place down something here. And in fact, let's build it further over. There we go. I was going to say build some more belt, but we should have some actually being stacked. 162 already. Good. Much easier. There we go. Let's put those two as inputs. And now we want inserters. Oh, you probably can't make it without being a blue version. So let's make the blue version. And in fact, I think we're just going to take that off that and then lock this slot to the blue version just so that we know that can be made. There we go. And I'm going to need a bit more power. There we go. All right, and then these versions need circuits as well as iron. So we can put it here. And we have circuits sort of here-ish. In fact, we do. So we could take them off there if you like. If we just grab them from that. And we can make blue. So will blue work with a blue assembly machine, though? That's the question. There we go. Let's just grab a few of those. I'm going to need even more electronic circuits. Let's grab even more. Why are they not? Oh, they're atmospheric instrument. Oh, they look near identical. Those are not green circuits. Those are green circuits right there. They're the only kind we can actually use. Fine. Yeah, so I can't really build something else here. That's fine though. Let's just box them up for now. It's going to need a fair bit of routing if I need to get that done. I need to route them this way and then back across. But we're going to need a filter inserter to do it. So why don't I just grab a few from here? And this is genuinely circuits. There we go. So filter inserter, and I've got a couple of those, but I'm probably going to need some more. There we go. And we'll get our purple inserters just to grab circuits. And that's not the circuits right there. Nearly though. There they are. Okay, and then we'll need to route this sort of this way. And this way. Sort of ugly, but it will do the job. And then we've got to get them over here as well. Yeah, we can. We can just about fit that. We're just going to go underground. Not once, but twice. And my inventory's full. Oh, of course it is. Let's just put this box here for now, and let's get rid of some bits and pieces. I'm not going to need the brass plate. No steel bearings. That will do for now. I can go and use up some of that sand. That will clear a lot of my inventory space out. I'm carrying 5,500 of it, so that will be why. There we go. Okay, so I need to rework that a little bit, but not very much. We've got the circuits running around here up to this assembly machine. We've got the main one here producing yellow inserters, and we've got another assembly machine producing gears again. So they are all capable, I think. Yeah, it's just being held back on green circuits. So I think in general, green circuits are holding a lot back. Except for you're waiting for aluminium plate. Fair enough. And what we probably should do is just reverse these and just set it so that this one is, yeah, so it's just gathering the last of the aluminium plate as it hits the end of the belt there. That's a good idea in general. And the aluminium plate, are we splitting it? Because that looks like it right there. And it's coming onto this side and coming around here. We must be splitting it off much earlier. How is it getting onto that side of the belt otherwise? I'm just being blind. I put an inserter there to grab it from this main belt and put it onto this one. It prioritizes this belt. But of course, this one is quite long, has to be said. We just aren't refilling it. So I'm going to go off camera and probably rework out if I can optimize things a little bit more to get more aluminium plate out of this, to get some red circuits going again, because it is just all about shortages now and getting that up and running. Modular armor's finished. That is also going to need red circuits and steel plate, but that's the sort of start of our power armor. Not that we need power armor for all that much on this map, other than being able to walk around faster. The exoskeletal legs will make a lot of difference. And of course, it helps us just get rid of the biters as I expand outwards, but you don't need to see that too much other than perhaps when we first get the sniper rifle. In either case, hope you enjoyed this episode. I think we're just running up to the end of it now. And next episode, I'm not quite sure what step I'm going to go on to next. I'll have to see. I'm going to expand things a little bit more, start producing a few more solar panels, see if I can get the power into the accumulators, and we'll see how things go from there. Is it actually going daytime right now, or is it going nighttime? In either case, it must be going nighttime. There goes our energy. All the way, and these should be out. Okay, so maybe it's just cloudy, but in either case, these aren't providing enough set. So we don't have enough accumulators just yet to keep things going. And I do, however, have another couple of those. I think I'm going to think about cutting that off soon. I'm just going to need 3 more sets, which means I'm going to need 6 here. I think it's 2 per upgrade. So we'll leave it going for a while and see how that goes. And I'll see you next episode for that. So, hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you next episode for some more Factorio in Seablock. Thanks for watching.